You're going to see him have to grab the beer bottle, and instead of having the thumb around it, he's going to palm it. And as he palms it, he's simply going to smash it into Paul's head. And what
Violence destroys. Weaponizing is the counter strategies to violent criminal assault. Hey, I'm Greg LaBeouf, aka The Violence Guy, and I'm sharing with you how I went from the victim of a brutal attempted murder to mastering the tool of violence and protecting myself and family, and how you can do the same from the safety and comfort of your own home. Welcome to Weaponizing DIY.
Can we use the things that we might have in our hands as an asset? Can we use it as a flashbang? And the answer is yes. It's called a hand load. Now, a hand load, by definition for us, is anything that you could throw. It's a projectile weapon. Meaning what? Meaning most times when we have something in our hands, we would not try to retain it. We consider hand loads to be like a projectile weapon, meaning anything that can be thrown or can be shoved or pushed into the predator. What I want you to understand is that whether it's metal, whether it's plastic, whether it's hard plastic or soft plastic, whether it's taller or whether it's shorter, lots of things can be used as hand loads, because remember, all it is, the whole goal, the strategy of the flashbang is to destabilize and disorientate. Just for a fraction of a second. It's to buy a moment in time. You got this person posturing up. We happen to have something in our hands. Instead of just dropping that, instead of like throwing that down or throwing that away, we got no value out of that. Plus that motion of dropping it or throwing it down or even trying to throw it at them. Most people, when they go to throw something at somebody, when their body is physiologically charging up because they're full of fear and anger and all this kind of stuff, the SNS is activating, they miss. And that moment of throwing something or dropping something or slamming something, it's telegraphing your intent to defend yourself. That's saying, I picked this up and I'm saying this, but listen, I don't want any trouble, guys. I'm here with my family. I'm just hanging out with my friends. I don't want any trouble. Oh, yeah? Well, there goes the whole Trojan horse strategy, right? We're not disguising our intent. We're revealing our intent, and instantaneously we're sucked into symmetrical strategies. Oh yeah? Well, you want, okay, fine, I don't care no more. Now I'm gonna try to overmatch you. I'm gonna try to outskill you, outpower you, outspeed you, right? That's not where we want to be. When we use something as a hand load, it is going to always be delivered, I should say 99.99% of the time, it's going to be delivered from the opposite hand. Meaning, if they're on my right side, I would like the object in my left hand. Okay? If they're on my left side, I would like the object in my right hand. So I'm delivering cross body. If they're on my left side, I would not want to take this and just do this and kind of hit them in the face this way. If I had no other choice, no other alternative, okay, fine, I could maybe do something like that. But what I want to show you is how we can maximize, right? Maximize the level of surprise, maximize the flashbang, the level of surprise, maximize the power, maximize how much we destabilize and disorientate them. So we want to come from across the body. Now, let's just say the next step of this is, let's say they're on my left side. And it's in my left hand. And again, most times when we're holding something, we're holding it with a thumb grip. Okay? That's what we call a thumb grip. That's natural. We hold it, we take a drink of something, we're holding it in a thumb grip. When we switch hands or whatever, when you want to position it and get your hand ready to use for the hand load, you want the thumb to be on the same side as the fingers. So I switch it from a thumb grip into what we call like a paw grip, like a bear's paw, an animal's paw, so a paw grip. Okay? So now I'm in a paw grip. One of the things I want you to see too is that I make sure that my fingers and my thumb are together, meaning no space here. So I don't want to hold it I don't want my thumb around it, and I don't want to hold it like this. See how my fingers are splayed out a little bit? If I'm holding something like a beer bottle that's glass, I don't want my fingers splayed open like that on the off chance that the bottle breaks and some of the shards of glass spin and turn and then end up getting sliced through my fingers or back into my hand. Now, remember, my bad guy's on the left, the posturing predator's here. Once it's in my right hand, what we're going to do is we're going to shove it into their face. Now, what do you want to hit? What's the target for the hand load? Eyebrows down, ears forward. Very similar to the headbutt. So right now, boom, 1. And I load it to my shoulder. Elbow stays really tight to the body. I don't do this. Don't wind up like you're a major league pitcher. That's just way too telegraphic. Plus, the second your arm comes to the outside of the body, you need more space and bigger mechanics to generate speed and leverage. The flashbang, the hand load, is much like the unassisted headbutt in that it's much more effective when they're in closer proximity, which works great because often the posturing predator is in bad breath range. The first is the grip, pretty simple. Then there's a load, then there's the explode like a shot putter. Now, right here, if this is the face, when this is coming to hit the face, depending on how big the container is, your fingers might be in the way. See how it's something thinner? Look at my fingers are here. What you don't want to do is have your fingers get in between the container and their face, because it's going to snap, it's going to hurt your fingers. Okay? So what we're going to do is as we load and as we push, right before the moment of impact, your fingers open up and you push into it, you snap into it with the palm. See how my fingers opened up? Get your fingers, so don't wait, don't hit. Then try to open your fingers. Because remember, we're not going to try to retain this. We're not going to try to hang on to this. So we go grip. Let's say the grip is 1. So from here I'm in paw grip. I'm in thumb grip. 1. Paw grip, fingers tight. 2. Load. 3. Push and open fingers. And then reset right after that, and that's just going to fall and drop. Does that track for everybody? So what it's going to look like, I'm going to go slow motion. Here's 1, thumb grip. 1, paw grip. 2, load. 3, bah! And bah! And I just slam it, boom, right into the cell, short and tight. Bah! That motion is, bah! They're getting something shoved into their face ballistically.
You're going to see Sherwin in a second turn. Because Paul is right on top of Sherwin, he's basically getting pushed up over the bar. You're going to see him have to grab the beer bottle, and instead of having the thumb around it, he's going to palm it. And as he palms it, he's simply going to smash it into Paul's head. And what he's going to do is not try to retain the weapon. He doesn't want to have shards of glass shoved into his hands. So he's going to smash and release to create space and make his exit.
I just don't know why he's down there. It's like...
Just get the hell out of here, buddy, huh? Fuck off, man. What, you want a piece of this, huh? You want a piece of this? Yeah.